Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Lori here, and yeah, this is another episode of Black and White Video Blog. So if you're not someone who likes blogs, then as always, I advise you to click off of this and find something else to watch on my channel. Anyway, so today I want to talk about communication and how important communication is. So this will be a black and white video blog and a food for thought. Alright, I hope you guys can hear me because, of course, like I said, it's hot in here and I could turn the air on, but I'm trying to save gas. Anyways, so if you do not have communication in a relationship, in friendship, at your job, you need to rethink your relationship, your friendship, and your job. And especially if your job. If you don't have communication at your job, you should find a new job. Because nothing works without communication. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing with driving. Like right now, although none of these cars, like these cars in front of me, although we cannot physically talk to each other, we have communication. You know, if the car in front of me puts a signal on me, then okay, I know that car is getting over, or this car is turning. So, it's important that we have communication in all aspects of our lives, because, in my personal opinion, I believe that non-communication leads to failure, and nobody wants to fail in this life. For instance, this car right now just put their signal on at the last minute, when they realized that lane was going to go to the 75 south. Anyway, as I was saying, you see how important communication is? And had I not been paying attention, that car probably would have rammed into me. Hopefully it would have been smart and got stopped. Anyway, communication is so key, and I just forgot what I was saying. But yeah, it's important in all aspects of our life, because non-communication leads to failure. And hold on 1 minute, I'm going through this curve. And I need to get concentration. Anyways, communication is the key to everything we do in our lives. And if we want to be successful, we need communication. And that sun is heck of bright. Okay. As I was saying, if we want to be successful in our lives, we need communication. And it's important. And I'm just giving this random food for thought and random black and white video blog because today I experienced some real bad non-communication, and it didn't really sit well. So, in my opinion, today was like an unsuccessful day because nothing was being communicated. And I have a problem with people who don't communicate. Although, like, I'm a person who does not really talk a lot, I value communication. I value conversation. You know, if you have good conversation, I want to chill with you. I don't want to be in a relationship, and I don't want to be in a friendship, and I don't want to be at a job where nobody communicates. You know what I'm saying? Communication is so important to me, and I hope that it's important to you, as well as here on YouTube. If you don't ever communicate with me and tell me, or leave a comment, rate me, like me, subscribe to me, or whatever, how would I know if I'm doing a good job? You know? So these things matter. We think, okay, it doesn't matter. Like, for instance, the other night, I was watching a video on YouTube. Of course, like I always do, watch videos on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you guys do too. Anyways, I was watching a video on YouTube. Sorry, guys. As I was saying, I was watching a video on YouTube, and it's this guy, and I believe his channel name is SJS. Anyways, I was watching a video. I said it like 8 times already. Okay, this is my last time saying it. I was watching a video on him, and I believe he was talking about natural hair. And I'm pretty sure he was talking about natural hair. The video. I watched a few videos on his channel, but the one in particular that I'm talking about, he had this video, and it was posted like a long time ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to leave a comment on this video, because if I leave a comment in this video, it's going to be pointless, because he already has like 5,000 comments on it. I'm over exaggerating. He might have 5,000 comments. I'm not really sure, but I'm like, there's no point because he's not going to see it, he's not going to read it, and whatever. But the whole point of me saying this is my little comment of communication meant something, even if that meant to the next person who reads it. He doesn't physically have to read it. I mean, if he doesn't read it, he's not going to hurt my feelings, but what was I supposed to say? It's important that even when we think that our communication is unnecessary, that we remember that it is necessary and that someone out there in the world is reading, looking, and watching, especially here on YouTube. You know, sometimes I'm like, okay, no one watches my videos. And I'm like, I'm so sad. But then I think to myself, like, even if people click on them and click off, you know, it doesn't. Anyways, that was a ramble. That was, don't listen to this. I need to block that out. Anyway, anyways, as I was saying, even if no one ever comments and they just view, remember that those people they're getting some kind of communication. That view of communication lets you know that somebody watched this. They may not have commented, they may not have liked it, they may not have rated it, but one thing they did do was take information from it. And whether they believe it or not, they did. Because I can recall plenty of times watching YouTube, before I even knew what YouTube was, I used to take stuff from there all the time. And I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to add this to my everyday life. I'm going to do this to my everyday life. And I just picked and choose and picked things to add to my everyday life. Okay, miscommunication right here. See, I didn't know what this car was doing. And I know that this car is going to go straight, so I need to get over. Anyway, as I was saying, it's so important that remember that little things can be communication. Big things can be communication. You know, it's just so important if we remember how much communication is important. And I can't stress this enough in this video. I'm communication crazy right now because my day was unsuccessful because of lack of communication. You know, it's the same thing at your home. Okay, if you never get a letter in the mail from your bill company or whatnot, and they never tell you, hey, your bill is right on the deadline to be paid. If they never tell you that, then that's a miscommunication. So now your lights are cut out. But I just really feel like today could have been so much more successful if there was better communication. And that's my food for the thought. Like, communication is key. I'm thirsty. It's just so important to have communication. Communication is like, it's everything. You know, today I think I'm about to go outside and walk around or something. But anyways, communication is ridiculously important. And if you don't think communication is important, you ought to check your priorities and check what's high on your list of relationships, friendships, and job criteria. So anyways, this ends this episode of Black and White Video Blogs. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember that communication is key. And if I don't see you again before the new year, Happy New Year and Happy Holidays, everyone. And remember, you're beautiful.